Confidence is not about being cocky or feeling like you're better than everybody else. It's not about that. Confidence means that you are so dead strong, headstrong in who you are. Anybody else's opinion does not impact you. Anybody else's reaction doesn't move you. You still move the way that you move, right? That is what true confidence is. Welcome to Girl, It's All in Your Head show. I'm your host, Dr. Daryll, your mindset coach, and I teach women to transform their entire lives just by thinking differently. Let me ask you something. How many times have you said, this is just the way that I am, or I'm not confident like her, or I'll try when I'm ready? Most people don't realize is those are not facts. Those are limiting beliefs. And the wildest part about that is you probably didn't even choose them yourself. You either inherited them or you've been saying them to yourself over and over and over again, so much so that your subconscious mind believes them to be facts. So what we're going to be talking about today is what are limiting beliefs and why resetting your mindset is a non-negotiable for evolving. I'm going to share with you 3 practical tools that you can use to combat limiting beliefs. Because doing that is not about trying harder, it is about thinking differently. Limiting beliefs are subconscious thoughts that's telling you what you can't do, can't have, can't become, can't. And they sound like this. I'm too old. I'm not big enough. I'm not strong enough. And here's the key to that. Your subconscious mind, because it hears it over and over and over again, just accepts it. It doesn't question it because it takes direction from you. And if you are consistently telling yourself that you can't do something, it believes what you say. It doesn't fact check. Okay? Your subconscious mind does not fact check behind you. So that is your superpower, which means that you can change a limiting belief anytime you want to, even if you don't believe it at first. What you do is you tell it to your subconscious mind because she is working in the background 24/7, taking out your instructions. She is following along, and she doesn't know whether you believe it or not. So you don't want to keep rehearsing things that don't serve you. So you need to make a conscious effort to say, I'm going to reset my mindset. Willpower doesn't work because you can't outwork a belief. You have to rewire it. And this is why a mindset reset is not going to work with you just thinking positively about everything. You're going to have to basically interrupt the loop that you keep telling yourself. And I think interrupt is too much of it's too soft. You got to break it, okay? You got to go in and stomp on it, crinkle it up, tear it up in little pieces. You're going to have to be intentional about breaking the loops that you have been telling yourself. These are like stories that we tell ourselves. And let me tell you about the stories that we tell ourselves. Your subconscious mind, it protects you. So it's going to not bring out everything that you remember. We actually have photogenic memory. What happens is your conscious mind comes in, start giving out all these directions that may not serve you, and your subconscious mind will put away things that you don't need or you think that will hurt you, right? Or you'll have a set of memories over here that your subconscious mind will just pull at leisure when they come up for you. So you want to make sure that you're being intentional about what you are giving your subconscious mind to make sure that it does for you, that it's working 24/7 in the background for you to do. I'm going to give you an example. Now, everybody loves AI, right? Everybody loves their chat GPT. But guess what? Your chat GPT outcome, whatever your output is from that, it's only as good as the prompt. And the same thing goes for what you're telling yourself. Your outcome is only as good as the prompt that you are giving to your subconscious mind. So if you're giving your subconscious mind a prompt such as, oh, I would like to do this, but I don't think I'm ready for that. Okay, so you just, your prompt, your output is not going to be worth anything because you basically just gave a directive to your subconscious mind. We like this, but we're not going to be able to really do it. But we're just going to dream about it for the rest of our lives. And we're just going to, tell these stories that we're not going to be able to do it. So you, conscious you, will think of other things to kind of fill in the gap of the story because your subconscious mind has hidden some things for you to serve you. And so now you got to fill in the gaps. So when you create this prompt, you don't even have all the real facts. I'm just going to pause so that can just sink in for you. Do better. Do better because you deserve better. And if you just truly sat down with yourself for a minute and got intentional about the loops that you are playing in your head, these limiting beliefs, write them out. So before I even go any further, let's get into the 3 things that you can do. So we can break these loops, okay? Because life is too short. It's December. And if you said, this is going to be my year, if you said that last year and you still stuck in the same place, it's time for you to level up. Okay? I'm snatching edges today. It's time for you to level up and break these limiting beliefs, these loops of you keep telling yourself that you can't get anything done, that you're not pretty enough. All right. The first thing you want to do is you want to identify what those limiting beliefs are. Okay? So you may say, oh, well, I don't have a lot. We all have some, including myself. I'm not exempt. Okay? I just know how to check them real fast. So I'm going to teach you how you can check them at the door. So the first thing you want to do is you want to just sit down and just write down things that you've been telling yourself. Whether or not, if you're in your 50s, you think it's too late for you to start. Just write those things down, okay? Take about 5 minutes, and I want you to just free write. I don't want you to think about it. Do not invite your conscious mind into this activity, okay? Don't invite her. Because she's going to say, oh, no, don't put that down. You can't put that down. Oh, no, we can't let them know that. Don't invite her in. She's not invited to this. Set some boundaries, okay? All we need is your subconscious mind. Sit there, make out a list of all of your limiting beliefs, all of the things that you think are keeping you stuck, all of the things that you think that are in your way from you just touching the woman that you thought you could never be. Okay, you can see her over there, but you just can't touch her because you got all of these limiting beliefs in front of you and they just spinning in a loop. They just spinning. Write them down. Okay, I'm going to pause this video and I want you to write them down right now. Pause the video, go get your favorite journal, and do this work. I'm dead serious. Pause the video. Okay, here's the second thing that you're going to do. Every limiting belief is protecting you from something. I want you to just sit and I just want you to look at each limiting belief that you wrote down, and I want you to think about what is it protecting you from. Some of us say we want to be this, but then we aren't sure what it's going to look like when we become this. And we try to turn our heads, but really we are afraid. Okay, so next to each one of those limiting beliefs, it could be embarrassment, it could be afraid of rejection, it could be a fear of failing publicly. Who knows? It could be a fear of leaving your friends behind. Because you know you're only as good as the circle you hang around. And maybe they aren't really doing anything and they aren't leveling up. And you may be afraid you're going to hurt somebody's feelings. I mean, go real deep and just write down, what do you think this limiting belief is protecting you from? You got this. Pause the video again and let's get this work done. The third thing is something that I want you to remember. Because your subconscious mind would rather keep you familiar than fulfilled. So the third thing I want you to think about while you're doing this activity is I want you to practice with confidence through action. Now let me tell you what the true definition of confidence is. It is the lack of fear of failure. I know that was a lot, right? It is you being so confident that you aren't afraid to fail. You're not afraid to jump because you could care less what other people are going to think about you. You don't care if people think you crazy. You don't care if people think, oh, she's out of her league. She's never going to make it. Confidence is not about being cocky or feeling like, you're better than everybody else. It's not about that. Confidence means that you are so dead strong, headstrong in who you are. Anybody else's opinion does not impact you. Anybody else's reaction doesn't move you. You still move the way that you move, right? That is what true confidence is. And if you practice this and put this into place while you are addressing the limiting beliefs, I want you to picture this confidence just sitting right here while you're doing the first and the second step, right? I wanted to give you those two steps first. But the third step, you're going to be doing throughout this whole time, doing step 1 and 2. You're going to have confidence sitting right here because now you should feel a little bit more at ease as doing the first 2 tools, at putting those down. You're not going to be so embarrassed about it. You're not going to shame it. You're not going to shame yourself for thinking these things about yourself. Because remember, you've said them so many times, and you may not have even been the one to even put the thought in your mind. But you just have been saying them for so long that your mind ends up believing them. So it's okay. But I'm going to need you to keep confidence just right here on your shoulder while you're doing step 1 and step 2. Okay, so now you should have step 1 and step 2 down, or tool 1, tool 2 down. Now I want you to go back with confidence sitting here. And I want you to redo both of them again. Now I did this on purpose. I could have told you about this at first, but I didn't. Because there's a method to my madness. Okay? So now I want you to redo using tool 1 and tool 2 with confidence sitting right here on your shoulder. You got this. Pause the video again and do this work. You don't want to skip this step. Here is what I want to leave you with. Limiting beliefs don't disappear overnight, but they do lose power the more you stop obeying them. Okay? They lose the power. They lose even more power when you start questioning them. You can always question yourself out of a block. And I mean, you could ask the same question over and over again. And the answers are going to get better and better. And the answers are going to give you some aha moments. And that one question that you can always say, and there's different variations of it, is just why? Why? Why not? Why not me? Why can't I do this? Answer those questions about your limiting beliefs. And you're going to question yourself out of it because you're going to realize this doesn't make sense. You're going to realize your worth. You're going to start pulling in other information about yourself that you're like, I'm really good at this. So why do I think I can't accomplish this? Because you kept questioning the limiting beliefs. So I want you to just take the time. Number one, give yourself some grace. Because if you've been repeating these things for years, probably since you were little, I just said the limiting beliefs are not going to disappear overnight. This is a working thing for you to do. I still work at limiting beliefs. I still work at it. I'll share with you one limiting belief that still creeps in for me. When I used to weigh 674 pounds, there is no jumping up to go and get something. So I found myself asking my husband a lot because my children weren't even here yet. Can you hand me this? Can you go get this? I left that upstairs. Can you go get it? Because for me, my limiting belief, and it was difficult for me because I was heavy, but I was actually quite mobile at 674 pounds. Now, was it comfortable to get up and walk? Absolutely not. But guess what? That limiting belief is still somewhere in my head. I've been working at getting rid of it. I'm so quick now, I question myself out of it. When I'm getting ready to ask, and I have a 4-level home. And I'm on the lowest level right now. Sometimes I'm down here and I'll forget, I left so-and-so in my bedroom, which is on the 4th floor. Immediately I'm thinking, it's no way I can walk up 3 flights of steps real quick. Now I can't walk up them quick because I got my knee replacements. I can walk down them real quick, but that's one of the things that I'm working on for 2026 is building up the strength in my knees. But guess what? I catch myself before I say to my husband or to one of our girls, hey, can you run upstairs and get this? No, I take my time and I walk up 3 flights of steps. And guess what? I'm still here. That's what I say to myself when I get back. Did you die, though? No. But it's still something that has become such a part of me that it's going to take time to break the loop. And it's okay. What I have accomplished is I have identified it. That is the difference. When you reset your mindset, you catch yourself quicker. Look, you snatch an edge. You snatch your edges a little bit quicker to say, wait a minute. That's not who we are anymore. When we leave something all the way upstairs, and I would say all the way because it's 3 flights. But it's not that serious. And I actually can walk up, grab my item, and I can come right back downstairs and I'm fine. I don't have to rest. What a blessing that is, that I get to do that now, that I have released over 400 pounds. And I get to, at any time, I can walk up 3 flights of stairs, get what I need, and come right back. And I'm still breathing normally. You have to dissect things for yourself. You got to go deep. Because things that you think are not something for you to be grateful for, you should be grateful for. I just said a phrase that you also could change. Stop saying, I have to, or I gotta do this. Change it to, I get to do this. That will change your whole outlook on things. So I'm going to challenge you to break the loops of your limiting beliefs. Because the person, the woman that you thought you could never be, she isn't waiting on more motivation. She's waiting for you to give permission for you to become her. She's waiting for you. She's over there like, I'm right here. You done put all these things in the way. You can't even get to me. She's calling you. The question is, what are you going to do about it?